Peak, racing for ALS driver. We're having a fun weekend getting used to my American cross kart for the 102nd running of Pikes Peak. Yesterday we were at ZMAX doing an autocross, and today we're at Carolina Motorsports Park doing wet skid pad training with Johan Schwartz. Let me show you around the car. So this is a 2021 American cross kart. What's a cross kart? It's a single-seater, open-wheel rocket ship. Let me tell you about the engine. In the back, we're powered by a 750cc Suzuki GSX-R. Makes 130 horsepower to the wheels. And if you don't think that's a lot, it only weighs 850 pounds without the driver. And you wonder how we get around with that? We get around with a 6-speed sequential transmission. And if you're worried about safety, don't be. This thing is built to full race car specs. You got a fully contained seat, harnesses, removable steering wheel, and a heck of a roll cage. I wanted to give a huge shout out to the entire motorsports community. With your guys' support, I feel loved and inspired to keep going on this journey. And a very special shout out to Johan Schwartz for the wet skid pad training. I'm ready to rock. All right, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Johan Schwartz, and we're down here in South Carolina, Kershaw. We're on skid pad doing the Johan Schwartz car control clinic, where we learn about understeer and oversteer and how to correct it and why it's important to know about that. My experience with the under and oversteer comes from more years than I care to kind of admit to, right? But I've been doing for well over 30 years, and did some rallycross to begin with, a lot of go-karting, and then a lot of road racing, racing a pro series called SRO, and I raced IMSA as well, and also an endurance series called WRL, and also happened to have the Guinness Book of World Record for the longest continuous drift. So I figured after I learned all that, I might as well teach it to other people about how important car control is, not just drifting, but car control in general, whether it be on the racetrack or out on the road. If you get into slippery conditions, what to do, not to freeze, not to freak out, but actually help, even though there might be stability control in a car, but help the car out with correcting itself. And if we're running on the racetrack, having everything turned off, that we actually develop the skill on the skid pad, because the racetrack is a terrible place to learn car control at.
I hear that.
We've seen because in your case, I did Pikes Peak a couple of years ago in the exact same car that you're going to go up in, and I know it's a little sketchy and it's short wheelbase and very twitchy and all that, and you not having done a lot of that, and Scott that I drove for that you're not going to be driving for, Scott and Susan, I said I think this would be perfect for Ryan to come down, because when the car does certain things, you can catch it, and you don't obviously want to not be able to catch it when there's nothing to stop you from, you know, going off the track. And off the track at Pikes Peak can be pretty consequential. And have the confidence to push the car, even if it twists a little bit, not to get scared about it, what to do and all that. So this is why it's so good that you're coming here to do this.
And absolutely all of that has happened. I feel so much more comfortable literally just pushing the limits and knowing that they're there and how to recover from them. So again, thank you so much.
Good job, everybody.
lot of seat time in the kart. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you want to keep up with the journey, be sure to follow Ryan Cheek Racing, Racing for ALS, American Cross Kart on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Bye!